Hi friends, welcome back. Welcome to Predict the Unpredictable, where we will be predicting important topics which you need to prepare for the prelims 2025. So guys, today I have one very important topic from the subject of economy. So guys, let us see. So in the recent budget, we have seen that the finance minister has done away with the indexation benefit which is there in the computation of long-term capital gains tax. So guys, this topic of capital gains tax is a very important topic, and UPSC in their previous years have already asked few questions on this topic. So I personally believe that this topic is very important for next year's prelims examination, and you need to have a complete picture and complete understanding about this indexation benefit in the capital gains tax. So guys, what I will do is that first I will show you the kind of question which have already come in the UPSC prelims examination. So guys, you can see here, this is the PYQ of the 2012 examination. Guys, you can see here, under which of the following circumstances may capital gains arise. Therefore, capital gains is a very important topic. Already UPSC has been asking questions on this topic. You can see which of the following recommendations of the task force of the direct taxes chairmanship of Dr. Vijay Kelkar in the year 2002. You can see here also they have listed something related to capital gains. Okay, so capital gains is a theme which UPSC asks in the prelims examination. So what I will do is that I have done a brainstorming of the topic. Guys, what is first of all considered as capital in the capital gains tax? Next, what is the meaning of capital gains? What are the different types of capital gains tax? And what is this indexation which is talked about so much in the recent news? Today, you see here, there is a Hindu article also about the indexation. They have explained the entire indexation. So I'll briefly explain this concept which will help you. So first of all, what is considered as capital? So guys, stocks, mutual funds, bonds, companies' fixed deposits, gold, house, jewelry, and art collection. You can see with this knowledge, we will be easily answering the question which came in the UPSC prelims examination 2012. You can see here art. When you purchase a painting, and there is growth in its value. Okay, so you can see here that even the art collections are also considered capital, and when there is appreciation in the value of that capital, and when you sell that capital, the difference is called capital gains. The difference is called capital gains. So any gain which comes out when you sell an asset, okay, it is considered as capital gains and you are taxed on that. So guys, capital gains tax is of two types: short-term capital gains and long-term capital gains tax. So in this, what happens is that for the long-term capital gains tax, previously there was benefit of indexation. Previously there was benefit of indexation. So what is indexation, guys? Indexation is the offset accrued in the capital gains against inflation rate during the holding period, which lowers the effective tax incidence in many cases. Let me just explain you what is the meaning of this. Suppose you bought a home in the year 2012. You bought a home in the year 2012 and the home price is 1 crore. You want to sell this home in 2024, and now the price of this house, if you consider the inflation, is suppose 2 crore, and you are selling the house for around 10 crore. So the capital gains tax will be what? The capital gains tax will be 10 minus 2 crore, which is 8 crore. On this, you have to pay the long-term capital gains tax. You don't have to pay on 10 minus 1. So it basically offsets the natural increase in the price of that capital asset because of inflation. Because of inflation, the prices of gold or jewelry or anything increases. So when we remove this inflation component, and then when we reduce the price of present with the past, that is called the capital gains, and you will be taxed on that. So guys, various financial and non-financial assets, they have been taxed at different rates before, But in this budget, what they have done is that they have rationalized the capital gains tax. So we'll go through what is the rationalization. We will see these exact details because UPSC can go a deeper and they can ask you, they can give you basically which asset will be taxed for at what percentage for the long-term capital gains or the short-term capital gains. So you can see here the budget 24-25 brings a significant change in taxation of capital gains aimed at simplifying the tax structure and providing relief to taxpayers. You can see the budget has introduced two new tax rates both for the short-term capital gains and the long-term capital gains, which impacts both the financial and non-financial assets. So guys, for the short-term capital gains, you can see the short-term capital gains on specific financial assets shall be taxed at 20% instead of 15%. So previously the short-term capital gains tax for most of the financial assets were taxed at 15%. Now they will be taxed at 20%. Here we will see which products are covered under this financial assets. All other financial assets and non-financial assets will continue to be taxed at their applicable tax rates, maintaining consistency with the broader tax framework. So guys, you can see here, this is the short-term capital gains. You can see for equities and mutual fund, which is stocks and mutual funds, the short-term capital gains tax is 20%. Previously it was 15% and the holding period is 1 year. If you sell a stock or a mutual fund within 1 year, then that gain will be called short-term gain and you will be taxed at 20%. For bonds and listed debentures, you can see you will be taxed at slab rate. You will be taxed at slab rate. Here, the holding period is again 1 year. For other assets like REITs, okay, REITs miss also UPSC has asked recently in the prelims examination. So you can see short-term tax is 20%. Again, the holding period is 1 year. For other physical assets, for example, physical real estate, you will be taxed at slab rate. If your slab rate is 30%, then you will be taxed at 30% if it is a short-term capital gain. If your slab rate is at 10%, then you will be taxed at 10%. Unlisted equity. There are many shares which are unlisted, but that is also traded. That will be also taxed at basically slab rate, but you can see here the holding period is 2 years. Holding period is 2 years. Holding period is 2 years. Even gold, you will be taxed at slab rate, and the holding period is 2 years. This is very, very important. Unlisted debentures also slab rate, and there is no holding period for that. Unlisted bonds also slab rate, and holding period is 2 years. As far as capital, long-term capital gains is concerned, long-term capital gains on all financials and non-financial assets will attract 12.5%. You can see here every kind of long-term capital gains now it is taxed at 12.5%. So it has brought equity among all the asset classes. Okay, it has brought equity among all the asset classes. Only unlisted bonds and unlisted debentures, they will be still taxed at slab rate. Okay, but most of the financial and non-financial assets now for the long term, they will be taxed at 12.5%. However, the holding period for the long term for real estate is 2 years, unlisted equity is 2 years, unlisted bonds is 2 years, gold is 2 years. So this is a difference which is there between equity and gold. The holding period for the long term capital gains tax is 2 years for the gold, for the real estate, for the unlisted stocks, for the unlisted bonds, but the holding period for the long-term capital gains for equities and mutual funds, okay, the listed bonds are 1 year. This is very, very important. Okay, this is very, very important. So guys, here you can see the indexation benefit which was there before for the real estate or for the gold or for the unlisted equity. The government has taken away this indexation benefit. What is this resulting is loss for the people. Why? Because now they will not get the benefit of indexation, which is basically the benefit you get because of the reduction in price of the real capital gain because of the inflation. So inflation offset is not available now. This is a very, very important change which has happened. So UPSC can give two, three types of questions on this topic. One question what will be is directly they will give you what is the meaning of indexation. So basically it is an offset for inflation for capital gains, long-term capital gains. Or question they can give you directly fact-based question they can give you this table kind of questions they will give you. Okay, they can give you this table kind of questions, and because UPSC now is asking such kind of a question and they will ask you to fill it. Okay, what is one for which holding period is 1 year, which holding period is 2 year. They will basically, okay, they can give you. So you can see again, let me just sum up. Okay, so holding period for long-term capital gains is above 1 year for equities and mutual fund. For bonds, listed bonds, it is again 1 year. And you can see here for REITs is 1 year. But for the holding period for long-term capital gain for physical asset, for the gold, for unlisted equity, for unlisted bonds are 2 years. But the interest rates you can see is the basically the rate at which you will be taxed will be 12.5%. Okay, this is very, very important. So guys, I would like to tell you is that this initiative I have been running for the prelims 2025, where I'll be giving you all the important topics for the prelims examination 2025. Please do follow this initiative. Last year, I was able to predict more than 60 questions in the prelims examination. Particularly, this initiative will be very useful for those people who are preparing for civil services from their home, who cannot go to Delhi, or people who are working professionals. This is going to be a very important initiative. In the end of this video, I will just attach a proof how I was able to predict so many questions in the UPSC prelims examination 2024. And also in the description of this video, I'll be attaching the blog which I have written where I have given proofs how I have predicted questions for the prelims examination. Please do read that blog and also watch the end part of this video where I'll be giving you the proofs. So guys, with this, let me end. Thank you guys. Bye bye. Take care.